they get that information out of the probate files and they take their shot and see. Maybe they get a payday as a scam artist. It just happens. All right, so say my name and account values and beneficiary contact information and a whole bunch of other things. Look, probate is a public process. It's a court process. It's open for anybody to actually get that information. So all the accounts, account numbers in some cases, date of death values, those are all put onto inventories. And those inventories get filed with the court. And so it's now a public filing, and anyone can get that information. Now, just to tell another story, another financial advisor who does lectures and does these seminars and goes around to different towns and cities in her state, around where her office is, she talks about this. She starts out her presentation that morning or the day before. She'll actually go and just copy a random probate file. That's it. Pays whatever the fee is to make the copies, but copies the probate file. And she starts out by opening up the folder and reading, oh, here's so-and-so, they died on this date, and okay, look, oh, they had this big bank account. Wow, that's a lot of money, isn't that? That's going to be a good inheritance for someone. And oh, look, there are 3 children, but oh, it looks like one of them's only getting a little bit of money, but the other 2, they're getting a lot. Oh, wow, that's going to be a kind of interesting story. And oh, wow, here are these debts. And there was this one instance where a guy in the back row was getting all upset. And finally, as she's reading through this, he stands up and he starts yelling and screaming at her. How dare you? I knew her. She was a good woman. You have no right to invade her privacy like that. And she stopped. She closed the folder and she said, this is the point. I have every right to do that because this is a court document and it's a public filing. Now, sir, if you give me a minute, I'll show you how you can avoid your information getting out there like that. And it's true that when that information gets out there in the public through these court filings, it's amazing how much information is actually out there. Now, it's marketers that are often going through those probate files. They're kind of putting together their marketing list. If it's publicly available information, why not? See who's going to be getting hundreds of thousands of dollars or more and start marketing to them. Now, I know this is going way, way back because the primary way when this story went on, it was junk mail, actual physical mail that was going out. And a client called me up, and it was a Friday afternoon, and it's because he said, Jeff, I've got a Friday afternoon question for you. Now, the reason he said that is, it's okay, I'll ask the question as long as you're not going to bill me. And I said, all right, fine. What's your question? My dad died in Michigan about 4 months ago. Does that have anything to do with the fact I'm getting all of these brochures from Mercedes and BMW? Yeah. Yeah, they saw that probate filing. They see you're going to be getting a whole bunch of money, and they want to be first in line to help you spend it. Isn't that nice of them? Okay. So yeah, that information is just out there. Now, in addition to that, creditors can get that information. So if you owe money, they can see that you're going to be getting an inheritance soon. They can bother you for that. And the one that's going to be much more of an issue going forward, and it's already been a big enough issue, scam artists. Now, I want you to just imagine this, because our society isn't anywhere near what it was 40, years ago, or even 30 years or 20 years ago. People being born in one place, living there their whole lives, and then their kids living there their whole lives and passing on, and that cycle repeating. That's a thing of the past now. It's not uncommon for someone with 3 kids to have all 3 kids in different parts of the country. And so if one of them isn't where they are, it's very easy for someone to look and see, oh, this person passed on and we got the names and addresses of the kids. None of them are local. We're going to submit a plumbing bill for $5,000 or a roof repair for $5,000. They're not going to know. And sometimes they just pay those bills. And yeah, it's a scam. But how do they know? Well, they get that information out of the probate files and they take their shot and see. Oh, I'm sorry, it was a billing mistake. All right, so maybe they get a payday as a scam artist. It just happens.